Hey there, viewers! When it comes to our comfort foods, sometimes we can't help but indulge in our favorite ice creams, fast food meals, and afternoon snacks. While we may enjoy the taste and texture, it's no secret that some of our comfort foods aren't the healthiest options. In fact, over time, indulging in these snacks may lead to serious health risks. In today's video, let's take a look at some of the most popular foods on the market today and why it's best to say goodbye to these dangerous snacks. Number 1. Fast food. When it comes to unhealthy meal options, it's no secret that fast food and processed foods are on the top of the list. These easy-to-make and quick menu plan recipes may seem convenient at first, but regular consumption may lead to dangerous health complications. And here's why. Junk foods such as burgers, donuts, and milkshakes are foods that lack essential nutritious values. Instead of being rich in vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, junk and fast foods predominate in salt, sugar, and oil. Too much fats and sugar may lead to serious medical concerns such as heart and kidney disease. But how can our favorite cheeseburgers and fries lead to heart attacks and diabetes? Let's begin by discussing how fried foods can have negative effects on our bodies. For our favorite French fries to get their signature taste and crisp texture, they must be first dipped in heavy amounts of saturated oils. Consuming too much saturated oil can increase the bad cholesterol found in our bodies, which is known as LDL cholesterol. This bad cholesterol can lead to plaque formation in the arteries, which may lead to heart attacks. But that's not all. High-fat intake is also linked to certain gastrointestinal problems like gallstone formation and pancreatitis. As for the salt and sugar found in our fast foods, the high sodium and glucose may eventually lead to increased blood sugar levels and bloating. Number 2. Soda. Along with fast food, many of us are guilty of chugging down soda and sugary beverages. As you might expect, even diet sodas are filled with unnecessary chemicals that simply aren't good for our bodies. Let's begin with our teeth. Most carbonated drinks and sodas are high in acids like phosphoric and carbonic acids. Drinking these acids creates a very high acidic environment in the mouth and may cause tooth decay. Once the fizzy beverages make their way to the stomach, they begin to break down into smaller molecules and compounds. The sugar found in our favorite sodas is broken down into glucose and fructose. The liver then converts the fructose into fat, which over time can create high triglyceride concentrations in the blood. Number 3. Energy drinks. While we are on the topic of unfavorable drinks, we must also quickly mention how energy drinks interfere with our health. If you ever had to pull an all-nighter or had too much work, then you have probably relied on energy drinks to keep you awake during the night. Even though energy drinks can be temporary solutions to exhaustion and tiredness, here is why too much energy can be a bad thing. Caffeine is one of the most important ingredients in energy drinks. Along with being loaded with sugar, it's the high caffeine content in energy drinks that poses health risks. The daily recommended intake of caffeine is around 400 milligrams, or roughly 4 cups of coffee. One average serving of an energy drink can contain anywhere between 100 to 500 milligrams of caffeine. Too much caffeine can overstimulate blood vessels and the heart, causing heart palpitations, sweating, feelings of anxiety, and even syncope. The sugar, in turn, can result in massive inflammation in the body and certain medical concerns like diabetes and even cancer. Number 4. White bread. Now let's do a 180-degree turn and take a look at the food most of us assume is very safe to eat. White bread is easily one of the most popular foods adored by billions across the world. Whether it's in the form of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or croutons, white bread is a necessity for many. Here is the scientific data on why it's best to substitute white bread with other breads and grains. Even though white bread does taste delicious, it actually has very little nutritional value. As white bread is made with refined flour, all its beneficial nutrients are lost in the process. White bread is low in fiber and protein and high in carbohydrates. This chemical composition helps the bread to be digested and absorbed quickly, which leads to a quicker rise in the blood sugar levels. When the blood sugar levels increase very rapidly and suddenly, our bodies secrete insulin to counteract the glucose. These metabolic spikes over time may cause weight gain, insulin resistance, and the development of type 2 diabetes. Apart from blood sugar levels, white bread is also said to increase symptoms of depression. According to studies, consuming too much refined carbohydrates can result in frequent mood swings, fatigue, and overall lethargy. Number 5. Chips. Let's be honest, sometimes the best snacks to enjoy during a movie night are potato chips. Tasty as they may be, potato chips are notoriously high in sodium, fat, and calories. One serving of potato chips that measures around 1 ounce is said to contain 150 calories, 9.5 grams of fat, and 150 milligrams of sodium. To put it into perspective, roughly 10 to 12 potato chips make up 1 ounce of serving. Eating too many potato chips puts your health at risk, as the high sodium and fat levels may lead to certain complications. As salt causes our bodies to retain water, it causes an increase in our blood pressure. This physiological increase puts more pressure on the heart, making it difficult to pump out blood. As for the saturated fats present in cooking oil, they may also be harmful for our hearts. As we've mentioned, the trans fats can increase LDL cholesterol levels in the blood, which can result in atherosclerosis and heart attacks. Number 6. Cake. Whether it's our birthday or a special event or a Saturday brunch, we all love a piece of chocolate or vanilla cake. Well, it's very fortunate that our birthdays only come once a year, because eating too much cake is said to lead to diabetes, obesity, and depression. Traditional birthday cakes and desserts are made with processed wheat flour, eggs, sugar, and fats. According to research, refined processed flour can stimulate hunger and cause binge-eating episodes. Along with its high glycemic index, refined flour is said to contain alloxan, a compound that can induce diabetes. But that's not all. The low fiber content in wheat flour and cakes in general can lead to digestive problems such as constipation, bloating, weight gain, and stress. And so, while we'd like to celebrate our birthdays with a giant piece of cake, it's best to stick to one slice. Number 7. Chocolate. Speaking of chocolate cakes, let's explore how some of our favorite sweets, chocolates, are also not the best foods to consume in large amounts. While pure cocoa and dark chocolate has proven to be beneficial for our bodies, it's the milk and sugary chocolates that can pose health risks. Let's take chocolate bars as an example. One average chocolate bar is said to be anywhere between 200 and 400 calories, with around 8 grams of sugar per serving. And as you might have guessed, excess processed sugar can increase blood glucose levels and later on, diabetes. But did you know that apart from sugar, chocolate bars are also high in potassium? As potassium has physiological effects on our heartbeats, high levels of this electrolyte can result in palpitations and irregular heartbeats. That is why nutritionists and doctors often recommend going for dark chocolates, as they contain less sugar and additives. Number 8. Processed meats. And last but not least, let's discuss why processed meats are also considered to be dangerous and unfavorable foods. First and foremost, let's define what a processed meat is and how it's different from fresh meat. Processed meat is a type of meat that has been smoked, dried, canned, cured, or salted. From round pepperoni cuts to ham slices and hot dogs, processed meat can be found in a variety of shapes and forms. But no matter the form, processed meats have been linked to serious chronic health conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer. Studies believe it's the nitrite and N-nitroso compounds found in processed meat that may lead to the development of these serious health conditions. The dangerous N-nitroso compounds are formed when sodium nitrite is added and broken down in processed meats. These chemical compounds are used to preserve the red coloring of the meats, to make the foods more flavorful and to prevent the growth of certain bacteria. Studies have found a link between N-nitroso substances and stomach, bowel, liver, and kidney cancers. Along with nitrites, smoked processed meats are also high in polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs. Long-term exposure to these substances have been said to result in cataracts, jaundice, and liver and kidney damage. All of these factors are why processed meats usually find a place on dangerous foods lists and videos. Were you familiar with the side effects and complications our favorite foods may cause? Which fast food or junk food will you be saying goodbye to? Let us know in the comments below. Here are 2 more videos you might find interesting. Feel free to choose the one you like. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share the video with your friends. And for more interesting videos on health, subscribe to the channel.